Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday. I'm going to work. As always, here's what I'm taking with me for my beverages and my lunch. My coffee this morning is one Smart Point, so it is my K-Cup. I think I'm having right now the... I really have no idea. It's not the morning blend, and it's not... Oh, it's Colombian. I think it's the Great Value Colombian coffee. I brewed it on strong in the Keurig, and then I have 3 tablespoons of fat-free half and half for one Smart Point. So coffee is one Smart Point now, for now. The tea this morning is Teamy Skinny still doing the Teamy Detox. So 1 teaspoon of Teamy Skinny is 0 Smart Points, and I gotta get the rest of my tumbler. How funny, I totally spaced that. So there is my Teamy Skinny in part of my tumbler with lemon juice, so that is 0 Smart Points. And today is a Teamy Colon day, so I have my Teamy Colon in this tumbler ready to go, and I will just steep it later tonight. So both Teamy teas are 0 Smart Points. And then my lunch today is going to be a spaghetti squash egg cup wrap. So this is essentially, these are the spaghetti squash egg cups that I made a few weeks ago. These are so good, you guys. Basically, they're made in muffin tins, and the outer part is just spaghetti squash that you tuck into the muffin part. It has like spaghetti squash and some cheese and seasonings, and then you crack the egg in the center. I have a video on it somewhere, so if you ask me, I can link you to the video where I made those, but these are so good. They're so good. So they're spaghetti squash and eggs basically, and they are 0 Smart Points. So they're frozen right now because I made a whole batch, 12 of them, and I just keep them in the freezer. So I can't do my wrap right now. So I'm taking all of this to work, and because I'm intermittent fasting, I probably won't have lunch until about 3 or 4 o'clock. It's actually been 4 o'clock again the last few days, so and that is fine because when I push it later, because I'm drinking the Teamy Skinny, I guess I don't start drinking the Teamy Skinny until about noon, or maybe even after my lunch, so around 2. But I really start drinking it hard like the last hour before I'm going to eat. So because I drink this before I'm going to eat my lunch, it really it helps with cravings, it reduces bloating, and what it really helps with for me as well is it reduces my appetite. So it just helps in the last hour to 2 hours before I'm ready to break my fast. So I probably won't have this until maybe about 4 o'clock. So at 4 o'clock, these will be thawed. I will assemble the wrap and then just heat it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. So this is an Olay Extreme Wellness Wrap. It is the high fiber, low carb, 1 Smart Point. I will use the wrap and then put the cheese on the bottom. This is just one of the Kraft fat-free singles for 0 Smart Points. And then do the egg cups and wrap it all up. Wrap it in paper towel, zap it for 30 seconds, and bam! It's going to be awesome. It's also going to be protein packed, so it's going to fill me up for quite a while. I do have some strawberries that I'm going to eat with it as well, and those are 0 Smart Points. So the wrap altogether is 1, strawberries 0, my lunch is 1, and my beverages are 1 today. So everything I'm going to have today until dinner tonight is just 1 Smart Point. And again, because number 1, because I'm eating lunch later around 4 o'clock, and it's a pretty filling lunch, I'm also going home earlier because I'm either not doing my runs or I'm doing my runs at lunch. I'm doing that purposely so that my running interferes less with my home life. So I am going home earlier, and dinner has been earlier, closer to around 8 o'clock versus like 9:30. So because I eat around 4 o'clock for the lunch, a filling, protein-filled lunch, and then I have an earlier dinner around 8 o'clock, I'm not needing any snacks. So that is why I have only my beverages and 1 meal right now. And it's a pretty decent-sized lunch for me, because the protein and also the berries. So that's my plan for today. Here's something really sad. I think I've told everybody by now that they no longer make these Kraft fat-free singles. These are the only singles that are 1 slice for 0 smart points. All of the other fat-free singles are 1 point for 1 slice. So that is why I really like these. And I know you can have, with the other singles, you can have 2 slices for 1 point. But I really enjoyed just being able to throw on one little bit of extra flavor for 0 smart points. So that's why I love these so much. And this last one here is my very last slice. So that's kind of sad. But anyway, I'll find another cheese. I will probably just actually switch to the light Jarlsberg from Trader Joe's, which I love way more than this, but I don't use it up very fast, so it goes bad. It's like, it's not individually wrapped slices, so it goes bad before I can use it up, but that's the one I'll probably go to next for my cheese needs. Hey everyone, good morning. It is Thursday morning, 2 days left of this week. Can't say I'm not happy about that, although in all honesty, my job is really not hard, so I can't complain. Today, however, is going to be a very busy day, so again, I apologize for yet another car vlog, but sometimes that is the only thing that fits into the schedule, and today, for sure, that is the only thing that fits into the schedule. So I will be doing my morning walk with my coworker. We have kind of established that as a new routine so that I can use my lunches to do my running so that I can get home on time like a normal person. However, today, number one, I usually only get half an hour lunch on Thursdays anyway, but number two, I have a meeting at lunch, which is on a completely different campus, so I'm actually going to be gone at lunch for like an hour and a half, which is, it's annoying, but I need to go to this meeting. So that knocks out my first 2 breaks, and then my last walk break, I need to film my February money challenge so I can let you guys know how that turned out. So I'm literally busy every moment of the day today, so I probably won't see you unless I have time to do a brief spot at my afternoon break as well. So that is why I'm on here saying hello and good morning while the hair still looks good. Yeah, I figured since I was not running today, because you know what, I'm actually bothered less by a day that I can't run than I used to be. I'm like, it's gonna be okay. If I have to walk the marathon, I'll walk the marathon. That's not a big deal. And as long as I'm still getting enough exercise in to not gain weight, then it's fine. And I need to not worry and stress about it. So I'm not worrying and stressing about it. If I can't do a run on a particular day, I'm not doing a run on a particular day. So I wanted to jump on here and say hello while the hair was nice, because since I'm not doing a run and I don't have to shower at lunch, I decided to actually curl my hair, which is weird because I do this like twice a year, if that. I do not have any makeup on though, because if you'll notice when I say hello to you in the car in the morning, there is no makeup because I do my makeup at work. So it takes me, I've timed myself, it takes me 8 minutes to do my makeup, so I just slam it out at work. I do, however, have my car lip gloss on because I have one lip gloss that stays in the car, and that's all I've got. So that's how my day is wrapping up to be today. I feel like my food options during the work week are a little boring, and that's because I'm just not, I feel like I'm eating less food, at least this week. I feel like I am. Like the first couple days I felt like it was too much. Now that I've realized that and I've pulled back on the snacks, now I feel like I'm really not having much to show you guys, so there's not a lot to show. But I tell you what, those spaghetti squash egg cups are so delicious, and I'm so in love with eggs that I cannot wait to have those. But dinner tonight is going to be fish. I will show you that later tonight. I'm going to try and do like a fried fish in the air fryer, and I'm going to use the cod that I bought this weekend. So I pulled the cod steaks out of the freezer this morning, and I'm not as thrilled with them as I was, because some of them, like I pulled one out that was kind of long and thin, and then one that was like a smallish size but a little bit thicker, and then one that was really nice and big and thick. One. So I guess they're just gonna be like all different sizes. Anyway, I will show you dinner when I get to that. I also wanted to tell you, I know that yesterday I mentioned that Teami has a new tea out, which is the Teami Refresh, and I wasn't going to get it because I have the Teami Bloom that I love the Teami Bloom. I feel like the Teami Refresh is going to be similar, except that it's a mint tea. Teami Bloom is a black tea, and then they both have dried fruits, which dried fruit just sounds amazing. So the Teami Refresh has rose blooms and dried strawberry and dried mango with peppermint tea. Oh, it's not peppermint, it's mint tea. Anyway, the whole point of this is that I wasn't going to get it, and then Teami surprised me and they're sending me a package of it, so I get to taste it and then let you guys know how I love it. So as soon as I get that, I will share that with you guys. In the meantime, if you want to order, remember I have a coupon code in the description box for 15% off. And I am headed to work then. I'm going to go ahead and listen to my audiobook or my YouTube videos. I started reading A Wrinkle in Time last night. Oh my gosh. Like, I have a terrible memory. I can watch or read the same thing multiple times because I don't remember it. But the problem then is as I get into it, then I'm like, oh yeah. But I still don't remember, you know, ahead of the time until I see it or read it, and then I'm like, oh yeah. So anyway, I was reading A Wrinkle in Time last night. Thank you so much, Amy. It just came back to me. I don't know, you know, I can't predict, I can't look forward ahead in the story, but the part that I'm reading, I'm totally like, oh yeah, I remember this, and it just feels good. I feel like I'm a kid again, so I'm super excited. I need to find a way to squeeze a few pages into my day today. It may not be until tonight, but I need to do my nails tonight, so we'll see how this day shapes up. I am also going to show you guys, that's what I need to show you at my second break, is I'm going to show you guys my habit trackers for February. If you remember right, I started in January with one habit tracker, February has 2 habit trackers, and now March is going to have 3 habits that I'm going to track all at the same time. So I will give you an update on February and show you what I'm tracking for March. I'll see you then. Bye! Okay, so a little change of plans. I did not find my friend when it was time to go on my walk break, so I am on my walk break on my own, which is a great opportunity to show you guys my outfit of the day because I happen to think it's pretty darn cute. Of course, you've seen the boots before, you've seen the sweater before, and I have this scarf for just a little pop of color, but I feel cute today. I think my makeup looks pretty good. I got that done, and I'm just kind of what do they call it, fake it till you make it, I think. Not necessarily that, but you know how if you look better, you feel better. If you look the way you like to look, then it really does affect your mood. So that's what I'm kind of trying to accomplish here right now, and I think I look pretty good today, so there's that. And my jeans, I am back to these size 4s, and they fit like they used to, so I think I'm back to my pretty much within my normal weight range and the range that I like to be in. So I'm super excited to share with you guys my goals and my habit trackers for March, because I didn't realize, oh yeah, today is March 1st. And I know it's just very refreshing to be able to start a new set, a new month. Starting over is just always very refreshing, and I am ready to start over on several of my habit trackers. So I'll show you guys those next. Okay, I'm waiting for my coworkers so we can go to this women's lunch, and I am bringing, instead of lunch, my TBT. That is the cutest. That is me every day in my life with my glasses, my heels, and my cell phone. Okay guys, it is my second walk break time. I am again not walking today because it's darn cold. It's actually warmer today than it has been, but it's still cold and I wanted to show you guys something, so I am sitting in the car. As promised, I am super excited to show you guys my old habit trackers and my brand new spanking fresh habit trackers. As always, remember, if you would like to download and print your own habit tracker, let me know down below in the comments and I will send you the link for that. I love this habit tracker and I love actually keeping track as I go along of the good things that I am trying to do for myself. So let's start back at the beginning of the year. So my very first habit tracker for January was to count how many days I could run 1 mile. So I initially wanted to run a 1 mile streak and just go all year and see how long I could go, and that didn't last very long. 6 days as a matter of fact, but I did still track all of my 1 mile runs for the month of January. This is my January habit tracker. That is my January habit tracker for running 1 mile, and in January I ran 1 mile 23 days out of 30. The habit tracker is only tracks 30 days, so I know there was 31 days in January, so I just took a break. So for January, 23 days out of 30 I ran a mile. So then we go to February. Now remember, each month I'm going to add another habit to track, but I'm still going to track the old habits as well. So in February, I also tracked how many days I did a daily 1 mile run. And here's what that habit tracker looks like. Not as good. So I did a 1 mile run 17 days out of 28 days in February. And yes, the habit tracker again goes to 30 days, but I cut it off at 28 days for February. Only 17 days, and I did write in a couple things on this one. I wrote down the days that we were in the Grand Canyon and the 4-day President's Day weekend, which was a long weekend of eating and drinking and not doing much else for me. So I wrote them down, not really as excuses, but so when I look back, I can kind of go, and then the other days were just lazy days, or it didn't work with my schedule or whatever. So that's how my running 1 mile a day went down in February, 17 days out of 28. And then my new habit that I was tracking for the month of February was to get blue dot days. So I initially wanted to do 5 out of 7 days of the week, but with the habit tracker, I was just continuously counting how many blue dots I got in the month of February. So this is what my blue dot habit tracker looks like for February. And again, I wrote down the weekend that I was in the Grand Canyon, and then also the 4-day President's Weekend, which did not involve any blue dots. So for my blue dot habits, I only made 15 days out of 28, which actually is an improvement for me because I generally don't look at or care about blue dots, so I usually get around 10 to 12 per month. So that was my habit tracker for February for blue dots. So I'm super excited to get after my new habits, new, fresh, brand new habit trackers for March. So I am again going to be trying for a daily 1 mile run. This is my March habit tracker for my daily 1 mile run. Today I can already tell you that I'm not going to be running a mile. So I've kind of done a little shift with my running, and I'm trying really hard to do all of my running so that it does not interfere at all with my family time or my time at home. So today was just a super busy day, and there's no way I can run a mile without taking away from family time. So I already know that I'm not running a mile today, so this is not going to be, it's not going to be an everyday thing either, but I want to see how many days in March I can run a mile. So it's not about perfection, you guys, it's about progress. So if I do better in March than I did in February, I'm doing good. If I do better in March than I did in January for the 1 mile run, then I'm doing really, really good. So I'm just trying to do the best I can and keep track of these habits, because the more we do them, especially on a daily basis, the more of a habit they actually become. So this is my second habit tracker for March, which is the blue dots. So rather than saying that I'm going to try and do 5 blue dots out of 7 for the week, I'm just going to count as many blue dots as I can for the month of March. And I think that I can most definitely improve on last month, which was 15 blue dots. So this is my blue dot habit tracker for March, and I can't wait to get some stickers on that. And then the new habit that I'm going to be tracking for the month of March, I am excited about it. I'm going to be utilizing my Apple iWatch and an app called, I think it's just called Sleep. You literally just push a button when you're going to sleep, and then you push a button when you wake up. So it does analyze the time that I am truly asleep, and I don't know that I'm going to concern myself with that. What I want to track is I want to make sure that I am in bed, trying to sleep at least, for 8 hours per night. So this is my habit tracker, my third habit tracker for March, and I am trying to get 8 hours of sleep per night. So I'm going to see how many of these days I can get 8 hours of sleep per night. So that's it. Those are my 3 habit trackers for March. I'm super excited to get after them, even though I know already I'm not running today. It's okay. It's okay. Normally that would totally throw me off, and I'd be like, I already screwed up the whole month on the first day. Or I would go against a goal that I literally just set, and which I think is more important, and I would forego my family time to get that 1 mile in. So it's all balanced. It's all totally balanced, and I'm looking forward to figuring out how that works and how many stickers I can get this month. And then I also have one more chart that I want to show you guys. I stumbled across it when I was printing out my habit tracker, because I have used it before, but I forgot that I had it. And if you guys want this as well, you'll have to email me, because I only have a PDF of this that I could send to you. So this is just a little, it's cute. You guys have probably seen this before. I've done this at least 2 to 3 times so far. The gist is that you run 100 miles in 1 month. Because there are 100 little squares on there, or little areas, and you color them in as you go, as you run the miles. So because my running is going to be really reduced this month, even though I have a marathon coming up, I'm not planning any long runs, and I'm not planning on any extra training, and I'm actually planning less running because I'm focusing on family time instead. So this is more kind of out of curiosity to see, with my new schedule and my new focus, how many miles will I run in March? That will be interesting to see. Had I been doing my training, I would have hit probably like 150 for March, but I'm not gonna do that at all. So I probably will not hit 100, but I really want to see how many miles I do hit. So that's why I'm using this to track those miles. And then who knows, maybe for April I might do this again to see if I can increase those miles even by 1 or 2. So it's literally just, I do this, you guys, to just, I want to be the best all-around person that I can. It has been brought to my attention recently that I have been neglecting some areas in my life. So I'm just trying to find the right balance, and I just really want to be the best person that I can in every area. It's like it's more than a desire. It's like I'm obsessed with being the best I can be. And that doesn't mean that, you know, I'm not comparing myself with other people. I'm not competitive with other people. I just want to be the best person that I can be. So this is what I do to kind of fulfill that quest, and just to gradually get better as the years go on. So if you guys want a copy of the habit tracker or the 100-mile challenge, let me know either in the comments or by email. If you want the 100-mile shoe, you're gonna have to email me, because that's the only way I can get it to you. So I gotta run back inside, get back to work. I've only got like another hour, and then I can go home. And family time! Yeah, I'm kind of enjoying it. It's nice to actually go home and live a life at 6 o'clock like everybody else. Okay, it's 8:15, and here is what's for dinner. So here I have probably about 5 ounces of cod. It is coated with egg, and then about ½ cup of crushed rice checks, the cereal. So it's ½ cup before it's crushed. A ½ cup of rice checks cereal is 2 smart points. So the fish is 2 smart points. I have some salad here with 1 tablespoon of green goddess dressing from Trader Joe's. Sorry, 2 tablespoons of green goddess dressing for 1 smart point. And then this is just some baked squash. I don't think it's acorn squash, but it looks similar to acorn squash. So it looks like a lot, but it's pretty thin flesh. So this is the squash. It is baked at 400 for 45 minutes for 0 smart points. On top of it, before I baked it, I drizzled some Mrs. Butterworth sugar-free pancake syrup, about a tablespoon, for 0 smart points. And then I used 1 tablespoon of cranberries for 1 point, and 1 tablespoon of slivered almonds for 1 point. So the squash, oh, and then I sprinkled cinnamon over all of that. So the squash is 2 smart points, fish is 2 smart points, and salad is 1 smart point. So that is 5 smart points total. My beverages, I'm having this sparkling ice strawberry watermelon for 0 smart points, and this I will drink later. That is my Teamy Colon tea. So beverages are 0 smart points. So I have 5 smart points. Gosh, I cannot talk. 5 smart points for dinner. I had one smart point for lunch and 1 smart point for breakfast. So that is 7 smart points so far.